Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Hanan Said. I'm 21 years old. I live in Nairobi, Kenya. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, so my main reason to start this YouTube channel is that I'm very passionate about mental health, and I think this is something we neglect to talk about in Kenya a lot, and very many people are suffering inside, yeah. And to top it all off, 4 people kill themselves daily in Kenya, yeah. So that's our suicide rate, and that's very high. If it actually leads to death, then it's serious. If something caused you to think of how to just end it rather than talking about it, then that's something you should actually address, which we fail to do that in Kenya, because we tend to hide beneath jokes, and we tend to hide beneath humor, and it's not good, because we should actually try and feel and be actually more vulnerable. We should try to be more vulnerable and try to talk about this issue, because many people are being affected. And I'm sure, like you guys, I'm really sure that one time in your life you actually thought of killing yourself. Yeah, everyone has, to be honest. Everyone has thought of checking out instead of just facing the issue. There's one time in your life you actually felt like this issue is big enough for me that it's better I leave, or even just a small thought, just a small tiny thought in the back of your mind telling you, just it's better off to die rather than just face the issue. So here I am talking about this because I've also been affected by depression, and I've also been affected by not loving myself, and just not I was not even aware of many issues in my life until I actually tried to face them. I tried to face the problems of what caused me not to love myself. I had to go through the shadow work to find myself, yeah. And I think that depression should be addressed a lot in Kenya, because we are raised in a family of very strong characters, because themselves, they were affected by the society, and who is to blame them? To be honest, they were raised to be these strong characters because they had to be strong for themselves, and that's how they are raising us to be strong for ourselves. But the issue comes when you are not vulnerable. You're not vulnerable to talk about, oh, this is something that is really affecting me, and I should talk about it and find ways to help myself. Instead, we go for drugs, we go for things that are going to just numb the pain for a little while, and then we still just go back to being whoever we were. And that problem, that issue will accumulate, and it will be in the back of your mind, and sometimes you will just find yourself thinking about it, and you'll feel so bad about it, because you can't help yourself. You can't even talk about that issue, so it's just there, it's just haunting you at the back of your mind. And that's not a good way of living, because at the end of it, you'll just end up committing suicide, to be honest. And why wait till you get to that point of choosing death over living? Yeah, you should actually talk about the issue that will cause those channels, those events that will lead to death. Because at the end of the day, if we don't talk about this issue, people will end up dying, people will end up committing suicide, because they think it's a better choice, because if I leave this world, I have nothing to live for. That is literally something so hurting, because imagine losing a son or losing a daughter or losing a mother, yeah, because of just you are not there for them, you are not there to listen, yeah. Like the blood will not be in your hands if you have to listen, you have to be there, you have to be at least more vulnerable. Try and help, like everybody out there, in not necessarily in Kenya, like everyone is looking out for themselves, and we don't blame anyone for that, because you're meant to be in this world to like take care of yourself mostly. So now when I'm saying this, I'm like, people need to be more, they should listen more, they should try and listen more, even if you have a lot in your plate. Like, just find time to be there for the people that matter in your life, even if it's not your family or your friends. You just find time to do the humane thing and just try and listen. If someone is going through something, just try and help them, because you'll actually end up regretting. If you're human, if you're a good person, you'll end up regretting losing them, and it's going to hurt you a lot, yeah. So that's my main reason to start this channel. It's about mental health, and I think we've lost enough people through this disease, through this issue, this big issue of depression and anxiety and all the mental problems people go through. Like people who like are going through eating disorders, like it's going to be about people who have lost themselves, they have no value, people who don't value themselves, people who are finding it hard to love themselves, because it's all a journey, everything is a journey, and you need to start from somewhere, and it's not your fault. That's what I want to tell you guys. It's not your fault that you're this way, or you have all these insecurities, or maybe you're thinking of dying. It's not your fault. You just need to go back to those moments that led you to that moment, to that time that you thought of dying. You need to go back to those issues, address them, talk about them. And I want to talk to everybody else, even if you're okay mentally, like just be so humane, or be such a good person that you can't even judge them when they tell you their problems. And I actually get it, because people here, they tend to like, because mtu akikwambia issues zake, mtu anakuambia maybe I'm going through this problem, alafu wewe uko zile za huyu mse anasema nini, she's saying like small issues, small problems, like she should listen to my issues are way bigger than hers. Then it's like you're comparing issues, you're comparing problems. And yeah, because your problems are small, and this guy thinks that, maybe the one you're talking to thinks that huyo na complain lakini hata hana shida kubwa, it's not that big. So I want to tell you, there's no big problem or a small problem. A problem is a problem, and everyone should not judge each other about or compare issues. If someone is going through something, just be there for them, talk to them, help them in a way, because talking about it really helps. At least they're being vulnerable and they trust you to that level, and you actually make them feel safe. So let's try and make each other safe, make each other comfortable in speaking out, telling your stories, because that's all we have to do to make Kenya better, or to make you guys better, or to make ourselves better. That's how we grow. Because if we are living in like just autopilot mode, we don't care, we're just living like what is next, issues keep accumulating, problems arises, and you don't know how to fix that. You're not even programmed to fix that. You're just like, oh, let me just put it in a box and keep going. And there'll be a time that everything will just unravel, and you'll be like, why is everything going wrong in my life? And at that time, then you realize, oh, there's an easy way out, yeah, because I'm going through all this and no one is there for me. Then let me choose death. Let me choose to die. So I'm talking to everyone. I'm talking to literally everyone who, and I'm pretty sure the whole world is going through this issue. Everyone in this world is going through some mental problem somewhere. So I'm here to help. I'm here to be your guide. I'm here to listen. If you have any issue that you think that is just beyond you, you can DM me and we'll find ways to help. Just don't think of dying yet, because you know we are living this world, and we'll make it better. We'll try to make it better. I'm here to try and make the world a better place for you. So I'm here for you, and I want to tell you that you shouldn't give up. Just be yourself and keep going. And when you have any issues, just talk to me. I'll leave all my socials down here, and you'll just tell me anything, and we'll find ways to help one way or another. But the suicide thing is just very sad. Another thing that I'd want to do with this channel is I'd love to do vlogs. At least I want to show you my life, the insides of my life, and my company, my work, everything, my creativity. I just want to share everything with you guys. I want to be so vulnerable so that I make people be more open to being vulnerable, because there's power in being vulnerable, in opening up, in talking, in being honest about your truth, in taking charge of your life, and making your life a bit better. Because right now we're not in a good place, especially Kenyans. We don't even talk about these things. It's very hard to find someone who is like willing to share their story, unless you find like it's a big people you can talk about the issue. Because people here, the wananchi, hakuna mtu atakaa chini aseme ama aongee kuhusu shida kama hizi, because atasaidiwa na nani, you know. Also, just try to be there for your friend, be there for anyone who is in need. Yeah, at least you do something to help out one way or another. Anyway, like, comment, share and subscribe if you like my content. I love you guys. Bye.